Do you find it difficult to control yourself when you're around some food? You find it difficult to stop eating even when you're full, especially with some type of food? Do you resort to eating when you're unhappy, when you're stressed, when you're bored? If you answer yes to any of these questions, then you're probably eating emotionally. And it's normal to be connected to food. A lot of us are connected to food. Is not abnormal. Food is one of the ways we celebrate our success. Food is one of the ways we connect with our loved ones. And even when somebody is sad or going through a difficult time, one of the ways by which we show that we care or that we are thinking about that particular individual is to make food available for them. So it's just normal that we connect emotionally over food. But when we are doing it at the detriment of our health, when we're doing it to the point that we are overweight, when we are doing it up to the point that we are struggling with guilt and shame after eating this way, then we know that is something that we need to address. So how do you curb emotional eating? First and foremost, it is important to understand that this is a very, very difficult task. Because when you eat food, especially when you eat good food, dopamine is released in your brain. And because of that dopamine release, you are enjoying yourself in the moment and you want to keep enjoying yourself, even though it's temporary. And after you're done eating, you probably remember why you ate in the first place and you have to deal with those emotions. But at the moment, because of the dopamine release, you tend to eat more. So it's something that is challenging. It's not something that is going to change in one day, 1 week, or even a month. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have an emotions diary. And with your emotions diary, you want to note some things. What was going on? What was happening to you before you had? And then how long did it take before you had? Then what did you eat? Did you try to distract yourself? What did you use to distract yourself? And how long did the distractions last? So these are the things that you want to have in an emotions diary. And then sometimes when we go through using an emotions diary, we are too hard on ourselves. So the goal is not to be hard on yourself. It is to identify the patterns, because when you're able to identify the emotion, then we can address the emotion and treat it accordingly. So the first thing is to have an emotions diary. The second thing is that you want to make sure that you're eating healthy as a baseline, because sometimes when we are deficient in some things, then, for example, if you're deficient in magnesium or manganese, then we tend to crave chocolate and things like that. So it's important that you're eating healthy in the first place. The next thing is that you want to plan ahead. So if boredom is the reason why you're overeating, then you want to make sure that you're adding structure to your day. For some people, they eat healthy Monday to Friday, but the weekend they don't, because there's no structure to the day, and then they tend to eat emotionally. You want to pay attention to these and add some structure to your day. You want to know when you're eating your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. You want to make sure that you're drinking water in between and you're eating some healthy snacks like fruit and healthy portion of nut. So you can eat your breakfast 9 a.m., your lunch at 1 p.m., your dinner at 6 p.m., and then you drink water and eat snacks in between. So definitely plan ahead if boredom is the reason. If stress is the reason why you're eating emotionally, then you want to handle that. One of the ways that which you can do that is to practice mindfulness. And with mindfulness is eating what in response to your internal cues. And being able to do that helps you to really curb emotional eating. Other things that you can do to practice mindfulness is deep breathing, and you can also do guided meditation. You can do journaling. You can go for a walk. You can call a support system, and you can call a friend, a sibling, your parent, and have a lengthy conversation. It might not necessarily be about what you're going through, but it will serve as a very good distraction. And it also makes you feel happy. It also rejuvenates you. It makes you feel refreshed, and you're not necessarily thinking about food. So having a good support system will help you to stop overeating if the cause is stress. Another thing that you want to do is that if the reason why you're overeating or eating emotionally is because you go on a restrictive diet, then you want to avoid cutting out all your favorite food from your diet. Just don't ban all your favorite food, because after a week or two of restricting your diet, then you're going to overeat again. So it's just pointless to ban all your favorite foods on a diet.